The fundamental freedoms, entitlements, and legal systems that govern society's human rights and law represent the foundational architecture of civilized society. Human rights are the inherent freedoms and entitlements that belong to every person by virtue of their humanity, irrespective of nationality, sex, religion, or social status. Law, conversely, is the formalized system of rules, institutions, and enforcement mechanisms created by societies to regulate behavior and administer justice. The relationship between the two is deeply symbiotic. While human rights provide the moral and philosophical compass for what is just, law provides the structural framework that protects those rights and governs social order. This essay explores the evolution of human rights, their codification into legal systems, and the contemporary challenges facing this vital intersection. Historical evolution. From divine edict to universal declarations. The concept of lawful governance dates back to ancient civilizations, with codes such as those of Hammurabi in Babylon establishing early precedents for written justice. However, early legal traditions were often tied to divine mandate or the absolute authority of the monarchy. The true philosophical shift occurred during the Enlightenment, when thinkers like John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau argued for natural rights, inherent to individuals, which no sovereign could legitimately usurp. This culminated in seminal political documents like the Magna Carta, the U.S. Bill of Rights, and the French Declaration of the Rights of Man. The atrocities of World War II ultimately propelled the global community to adopt the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, in 1948, marking the birth of modern international human rights law and the recognition of universal entitlements. Fundamental freedoms and entitlements. At the core of human rights lie two interrelated categories of principles. The first encompasses civil and political freedoms, such as the right to life, liberty, free speech, and peaceful assembly, which protect the individual from state oppression and arbitrary power. The second includes economic, social, and cultural entitlements, such as the right to education, healthcare, fair labor, and an adequate standard of living. These are not mere privileges granted by governments. They are universal entitlements required for human dignity. Legal systems translate these abstract principles into actionable claims, allowing individuals to seek protection or redress when their fundamental freedoms are violated. Legal systems as the guardians of society. Law is the vehicle through which human rights are realized and societies are governed. At the national level, constitutions enshrine rights and establish the rule of law, the principle that all persons and institutions are accountable to laws that are publicly promulgated, independently adjudicated, and equally enforced. Independent judiciaries and constitutional courts play a critical role in reviewing legislation to ensure compliance with human rights standards. On the international stage, treaties and bodies such as the International Criminal Court, ICC, and the European Court of Human Rights extend legal governance beyond borders, holding states accountable for crimes against humanity, war crimes, and systemic discrimination. Contemporary challenges in a globalized world. Despite robust legal frameworks, the protection of human rights faces significant modern challenges. Cultural relativism often clashes with universalist human rights doctrines, as some states argue that externally defined rights do not align with local traditions or sovereignty. Furthermore, enforcement remains inconsistent. Geopolitical interests frequently undermine international legal interventions in cases of genocide or authoritarian repression. The digital age has also introduced novel frontiers, such as the right to privacy, data protection, and freedom from algorithmic discrimination, requiring legal systems to adapt rapidly to technologies and networks that transcend traditional jurisdictional boundaries. Conclusion. In conclusion, human rights and law are inextricably linked pillars of human society. Rights articulate our highest aspirations for freedom, equality, and dignity, while law provides the indispensable machinery to govern societies and defend those aspirations against encroachment. Though historical progress has been remarkable, the dynamic nature of global threats, from conflict to technological surveillance, demands continuous legal innovation and an unwavering commitment to universal principles. Only through the conscientious evolution of our legal systems can the fundamental freedoms and entitlements of all people be secured for generations to come.